live from Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Washington Nationals. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go. And today's starter, DJ Herz. What do you have on him, Singy?
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So you know, more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
Fouled off down the right side. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. And now it's Kyle Isbell. Hitless in the first 2 games of the series. He's 0 for 8. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Blanco at second with nobody out. Swings through that one.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1 and 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
2-2.
Left-hand batter waits. To the right side, Torres. Over to first. 1 out in the top of the first.
Batting third, shortstop.
And here now, the lineup for the Royals. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
The 1-2. This to third. On to first. But the go-ahead run comes in to score.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. And that one fouled off. Pasquantino came up with 4 hits in his last game. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. So they scratch across a run on no hits, no errors, and no one left on. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Royals 1 and the Nats coming to bat. Back here in Nationals Park. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings, Cole Ragans.
Well, this guy's coming off a season where fell short of 200 strikeouts, which is kind of the ultimate for pitchers to get to that level. And it just tells you how nasty his stuff is, but it also leaves a little bit on the table for him to come out this season and make sure that he gets over that number so that he can go into the offseason feeling like I'm in a pretty special group.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Ragans with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. That one out to right. Marlowe under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. Here's Dave Martinez lined up for the Nationals. Already trailing by a run in this one. They'll be looking to get on the scoreboard early on as well.
Well, it's just the one run, so not too big a hill to climb. But, yeah, if they can answer back in this inning or at least in the next couple, that'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
Gleyber Torres stands in now and watches strike one.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
The other way, and a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Here's the left fielder, James Wood. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power?
Oh. That's right. First pitch misses. Ragans, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a cutter, and he occasionally uses a curve. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And, you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes.
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. Nationals leave one. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back in Washington, D.C. Top of the second. Now it's the right fielder, Gabe Marlowe. Hers back to work. Up and in. Ball one.
1-0.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. In plenty of time to first. And quickly one away in the second. Jonathan India at the plate.
Second baseman, Jonathan India.
That's in there. Strike one. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Puts it away for the out. Here's Reese McGuire. Hitless last night, and they only scored one run. Just missed. Next offering upstairs. On a line out towards center. That's a hit. And that extends the inning.
Batting eighth, third baseman.
Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. Hitless in the series so far. He's 0 for 7. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Foul ball there. 2 outs. That's down and in. And a foul ball. 2-2 now. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So one left for Kansas City. They lead it 1-0. Bottom of the second. Up now for Washington. Brady House.
Third baseman, Brady House.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Marlowe makes the play. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting 6th, right fielder,
Dylan Cruz digging in for the Nationals. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Marlowe snags it. 2 away.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Riley Adams at the plate now. That's ball 1. 2 out, space is empty. And another ball. Two down, nobody on. Missed with a changeup. 3-1. And he hits a ground ball right side. India over to first in time. That ends the inning. And the Nationals gone in order. And it remains 1-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Cole Ragans.
Fought off foul. On the ground to third. And that one handled. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Now batting, left fielder,
Now
Dairon
here's the leadoff
Blanco.
hitter for the Royals, Dairon Blanco. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Now at the plate, Kyle Isbell. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
Runner.
Runner on the goal. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Tapped softly on the ground. Torres throws to first in time, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Out to center, Young. And that is that. So 1 hit is all they get. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. Now it's the shortstop, Nasim Nunez.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
That pitch gets the inside corner, and it's 2-1. This one high in the air to left center. Blanco sizes this one up, squeezes it, 1 away.
Batting 9th, pitcher, DJ Hurd.
DJ Hurds digging in for the Nationals. Line drive.
Waste no time there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on the line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Out to short. Witt. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
Two on, one out. Here comes Gleyber Torres. That to right. Marlowe on his way over. He's got it. Two down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Wood, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. First and second, two down. Here in the third and final game of the series. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one. Next offering misses down and away.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Tosses to first. That ends the frame. So they strand a pair. On to inning. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the fourth, Vinny Pasquantino. Late swing, foul to the left.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
On the ground, right side, Torres. Tosses to first, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
Right fielder, Cade Marlowe.
And now the right fielder, Cade Marlowe. Grounded out to swing and a foul out of play. Marlowe measures 6 feet even, 210 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Swing and a ground ball. To first, 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth.
Now batting.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Jonathan India. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him.
Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Royals bats are quiet there. They lead it 1-0. Bottom 4, here's Juan Yepez.
Washington. First baseman, Juan Yepez.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
On the ground to third. All back to first.
He's out.
1 out in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting. Third baseman, Brady House.
Brady House digging in for the Nationals. And ball 1. 1 out, base is empty. And that's in the dirt.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
Late on that fastball.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Cruz in the box, lays off for ball 1.
1-0.
Step off throw to first. House back in standing.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
The changeup missing. 3-1.
There's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Clips the outside corner, and the count's full.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. Drops into the glove, and there's 2 down.
Now batting,
Riley Adams
catcher,
now at the plate.
Riley Adams.
That's inside, and that's ball 1. House leads off first with 2 down to the inning. In there at the knees, and the count even at 1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Inside, 2-2. There's a swing and a drive. That one back. Going gone. His first homer of the year, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-1.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the inning continues with the pitcher's spot up next.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run homer, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Hers back to work. And a swing and a miss.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Strike 2. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's the third baseman, Bobby Dalbec.
Bobby Dalbec.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be able to see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Reagans.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Cole Reagans. First time up, he grounded to third. Torres slings to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. So they go quietly there. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Nationals. We head to the bottom of the fifth, and now here's the Nationals leadoff man, Jacob Young. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, these Nats doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Next pitch misses. 1-2 the count. Just misses with that one.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Caught him looking for the K.
Really nice pitch right there. He dotted that fastball on the inside and just froze him for the backwards K. Even if he swings, so tough to do anything with the pitch in that location and that velocity. You almost have to be looking hard in with 2 strikes to handle it. And who does that?
That's off the inside corner. 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
And it's fouled away.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Next offering is in for a strike.
3-2.
Bases empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Draws the walk there.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
To first, maybe a 2-ball. On to second, they get 1. Back to first, double play. Nice job getting over, and that ends the inning. Offense held in check there. We're through 5. It's the Nationals 2 and the Royals 1. Top 6, and to the plate for Kansas City, Dairon Blanco. He was late there, strike 1.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. To the right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and he reaches safely.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner in the scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
On the ground right side, Torres in plenty of time to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th. And now Bobby Witt Jr. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Headed towards the corner, and it stays fair. The tying run is in to score from third, and he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Now here is Vinny Pasquantino. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one fouled off.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Activity in the Washington bullpen. Caleb Ferguson looks to be getting ready for Dave Martinez. Beater. Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He'll circle the bases his 9th homer of the year, and they slide in front in the 6th. It's 4-2.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. DJ.
Pitching for the Nationals.
And the batter now, Cade Marlowe.
Number 2.
He's grounded out a couple
Yuki
of times.
Matsui.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. Swing and a miss as he was late.
No ball. 2 straight.
Got him. That's the second out.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Cruz hauls it in to end the inning. 2-run shot for the Royals this inning. It's now 4-2. This is Royals baseball on the show Midwest. Back in Washington, D.C., bottom of the 6th. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, Juan Yepez. And a first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Lifted in the air, right center field. And makes the grab. And there's one down.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
House in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. That one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Now it's the right fielder, Dylan Cruz. And that is out of play. Two outs. In there at the knees. And that's strike 2. And there's a ball.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Two down, nobody on. That's to third. All back to first. And that is that. Nothing doing.
Pitching for
Welcome
the
back. We're in the
Nationals.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
50.
Number 50.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that one fouled off. Up the middle. The sliding play at short. Throw to first. And he gets him. Nicely done. Singing, it was close. Looks like they want a second to review it and possibly challenge the call if they think he beat the throw.
Yeah, they might challenge it just to kind of roll the dice, you know, Boog.
Ladies and gentlemen,
perhaps maybe they see something different as they get a look at some different angles.
Here's a final look at it. They called him out, and I'm thinking it's going to stay that way.
I think you're right, and it was worthy of another look, no doubt. But after seeing these replays, I just think they're going to stay with the original call, just not seeing enough to overturn it.
Now, Bobby Dalbec. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
Rips that one center field. Young grabs it on the run.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Reagan at the plate for the third time as he comes up empty there.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him, gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at bat?
Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. KC down. Back here in Nationals Park, and here's the catcher, Riley Adams. Breaking ball inside, and that is ball 1. This one in the air, center field. Isbell under it. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Nasim Nunez. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Isbell settles underneath it. They got it for out number 2. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Nationals. Keibert Ruiz.
Number 20, Keibert
He's got a little pop in his bat,
Ruiz.
Boo. Don't sleep on him. He's hit some home runs in the past.
Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. And he held back, according to Dave Lawrence. Pitch is in the dirt, now 2-0. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight out. Outside the strike zone. And there's the automatic. And he walked him. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, it might be time to dig into that bullpen. He's looking a little fatigued to me.
Young in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
1 ball, 1
in
strike.
the dirt, blocked. Ruiz off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The tying run at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him. Now 5